Hi, obviously I'm not an artist, and in this log I'm going to be displaying and discussing Issue 9 of Hachette's Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol. Issue 4 comes with two paints. These paints are Retributor armour, known as the base paint commonly used for gold, and in this issue used on the trim of the Space Marine pauldrons and other precious trinkets. The other paint is Abaddon Black, the Black of Abaddon, this guy, which is a highly pigmented jet black colour used in many different models ranging from weapon furniture to Chaos Space Marines. Both colours are in the top 5 most used colours in my Blood Angel Space Marine army, so when I was deciding on what to paint for this log, it was going to be something Blood Angels. After rifling through my boxes of unpainted minis, I happened upon this glorious banner, or standard, attached to the final character model from 9th edition Warhammer Indomitus. This is the Blade Guard Ancient, a veteran swordsman and duelist that carries a very impressive war totem into battle and frequently accompanies Space Marine Blade Guard squads. The banner here immediately satisfies use of Retributor armour, and furthermore Blood Angels veterans are often seen in black robes, which fulfills the use of Abaddon Black. The Blade Guard Ancient is not that great in game, armed only with a heavy bolt pistol and oddly no blade to speak of, and a standard that grants 2 special abilities, Astartes Banner, which gives +1 objective control to the unit, and Deeds of Heroism, which gives +1 attacks once per battle. It is a very good looking model, though it does have a strange curio in the form of a skeletal hand attached to a chain. No idea what's going on here, please comment in the comments if you know. Being from the Indomitus box set means it's a monopose push-fit model, and a good one. The pegs and slots are not tight, which meant getting paint into the hard-to-reach places was much easier, as the mini could be disassembled, painted, then completed, and adhered together with glue. Let's take a look at the issue while the mini takes a spin. Starting with 3 pages of how to paint guidance with Retributor armour and Abaddon Black for the Space Marines, displaying how and where you would apply the new paints upon previously collected models. A 4th similar page is used to display work in progress for the Captain and Infernus Marines. The Tyranids get the how to paint information, but only with Abaddon Black, as you would imagine, not a lot of need for a gold metallic on alien bugs. They get a work in progress for the Wing Prime, Leapers, Term and Bobgaunts and the Ripper Swarm. The issue then switches to the lore section, detailing Space Marine chapters, stating that Space Marines are somewhere between monks and techno-tribal warriors. It also states that chapters often have homeworlds or might be fleet-based. Either way, they recruit and train the Marines independently, but do maintain a relationship with the Adeptus Mechanicus, the engineers of Mars, to help with armaments. All chapters are derived from one of the original Space Marine legions, but can be slightly different to each other in organisation, custom and culture. Over page, there are annotated images of 4 different chapters and types of Space Marines, including a Blood Angel Assault Intercessor with a jump pack, a Space Wolf Lieutenant, a Dark Angels Intercessor, and a Silver Templar Ancient. This model was again, specifically another reason why I chose the Blade Guard Ancient to paint for this issue. The return of the story Bonds of Honor that started in issue 4 is next. Sergeant Ascaton still has a big face on him after losing his rifle in the last chapter, to a point where his battle brothers are unsure that the continuing mission is more about the retrieval of the rifle rather than his duty as a Space Marine. He is clearly very fond of this gun. Then a metric ton of Tyranids arrive, which are identified as termagants. They then rush the Templars and gunfire ensures. The Marines adopting the methodology that there's no problem that can't be solved with an endless barrage of bullets, or in this case, bolts. Then, a Tyranid Prime deep strikes into the centre of the squad, and Sergeant Ascaton, with bolt pistol in hand, goes head to head with the beast. Mectrus, the Marine who was previously saved when Ascaton lost his rifle, is overcome with guilt and watches on as the Prime wounds the Sergeant, and this is where the story ends for now. Also on this page is an image of Judgment, Sergeant Ascaton's bolt rifle. In issue 4, I stated that intercessors use one of 3 different types of bolt rifle. So while I'm on the subject, Space Marines in the lighter than Tacticus armour of the intercessors, known as Phobos armours, use different bolt guns depending on their battlefield designation. For example, forward deploying troops like the Infiltrators will use the multi-scoped Marksman bolt carbine. The similar but slightly different cousins, the Incursors, use the scanner-equipped Oculus bolt carbine, and the Terror Troops, known as the Reavers, use the bolt carbine, which differs with the addition of a foregrip. The issue continues by explaining via a tutorial advancing and falling back. Advancing is a useful tactic when you need additional movement at the risk of losing the ability to charge and sometimes shooting depending on your weapon. Falling back, which is when an attacker is way more powerful than the defender and you want to withdraw from melee combat, often to let another unit blast your opponent as you cannot shoot into a fight that is taking place. Scenario 4, Pitched Battle, pitches the Terminator Captain and the Inference Marines against the Von Ryan Leapers, Termagants and Barbcorns in an all-out fight of death. Anyway, issue 9 is complete. Next issue comes with the Librarian Terminator armor. It's been several videos since I've painted a mini that came with the mag, so it should be fun. Please like, comment and subscribe as I continue to chronicle the collecting, construction and creating.